Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Miss Camilla.
Hey.
Is it Camilla or
Yes, Samela. Yep.
Samela? Okay.
Yes. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Great. Tired.
Yes.
I know. I hear that. It's upside down, I think. It's my blowing. So I can hear.
Hello, everyone. I hope everybody having a great start this week.
Hey, Miss Felicia.
Hi, Miss Felicia.
Hi.
How you doing today? I saw you working. What you working on?
Oh, I did a onesie and towel set. I did a Kobe set with the socks, the t-shirt, the mask.
Mm-hmm.
I did a dragon, a couple others, a sequence pillow.
Oh, you just busy.
For real, you putting in that work?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't even advertise yet.
Wow. All right.
Why?
I don't know. I can't tell you now. It's sad. I should, but I'm gonna start.
You know what?
You just don't whip it out on them all at one time. That's all.
Yeah.
How to handle you.
But I know the feeling. It's like trying to get those dots connected. It's like I can do this and I can do that. And I got this going on over here and this, and this. It's just a matter of trying to connect those dots, because that's where I'm at, trying to connect the dots.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of dots to be connected.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what dot do
exactly.
I'll start with this one.
We gonna get it though. We gonna keep pushing, and we all gonna get it. We gonna get through it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not giving up. I'm definitely not giving up.
I feel like I need to start like a to-do list, because it's like,
right?
I be all over the place and I'm like, I need to get this, and this done. And I'm like, okay, well, you're only one person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
You doing pretty good, because your designs are really popping.
Thank you. I be trying. I'm still in practice mode, so.
You're doing it. You really, when I get to that stage, then it's to get the dots together, and then, okay, let me look at something and see if I can do this differently. To just throw a swag into the equation. But you're doing well.
I'm trying to do like the big dogs, trying to create that 3D effect. And I'm like, all right, baby steps. I'm trying to play with the brushes and Photoshop. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I don't want to be my friend. I'm like, okay, I'll let you go this time.
Yeah, and then just come back another day, right?
Which is going to be a long time, because I can't get it. I can't get jiggy with it. It's not my friend.
With the brushes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just using them on, you mean like just using them on your designs, or?
I tried one way, and then I know one of my issues was that I was trying to design on a layer that had already something on it.
Okay.
I forgot that I had to add a layer, but it'll get better.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely come with practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my practice is now trying to get a little bit better in affinity.
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
Hey,
Hey,
hello.
Miss Hudson.
What's going on, E? It's good to see y'all. What's up? Miss Felicia.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Anya, Savage, A whole bunch of
I
y'all
know.
in here.
See, he said Savage
Natalia,
because
did you
he's
do your
afraid to
pillow
say my
this
first
weekend?
name.
You already know. That's why I'm afraid. That's why I ain't try it.
Go ahead.
Camilla.
Go ahead. It's Samela.
Samela. Okay.
Is it? See how easy that is?
Samela. Okay. That you might have to tell me again, but until then,
That's
I can be
no,
Savage.
no, no. That's fine. It's all right. I went all through
Okay.
grade school with the teachers messing up my name, so
Hey,
I'm used to it.
how you
It
think?
don't
How
hurt
you
my
think? How
feelings.
you think Erastus feel?
Yeah, it don't hurt my feelings.
Oh wow!
Exactly.
What did they used to call you? How did they pronounce your name?
Oh man, there's so many different ways to say my name.
Yeah.
Arachnic, Arasticat. Oh man, there was so many. There were just different ways in that world. And I'm just like, okay, just call me E now. Now the whole world calls me E.
Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Going on, it's Teresa. Teresa.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
This is my first time actually able to catch a live class, and I'm trying to catch up. I don't know what tonight's class is about. I just got the email, so I figured let me try to join.
Hey, if you're getting the email, you're in a
Hi,
good place.
Teresa.
Yes,
Welcome,
hi.
welcome. It's good to have you.
Welcome.
Good to be here. I'll watch the videos when I have time later, but I'm trying to catch up. What is
Okay.
tonight's class, you guys?
So tonight we'll be doing a simple logo design. I call it simple because there's a lot you can do with logos. So we're gonna do by the end of tonight. Some of y'all gonna be able to do a logo. We're gonna do something that's text based and with those shape in there. We'll be playing with the pen tool as well. So and then we'll be throwing in like an image on top of it. So I did drop an image inside of the Google Drive.
Oh,
I was just getting ready to ask you
Was
that.
that the silver? Is that the silver design that I saw?
Yes,
I
you're
didn't
on
get
point.
it.
It should be a metallic background. So if you go into the
Yes.
Google Drive, right underneath the background, there's a background folder. It should say it's just like a silver background. You want to go ahead and download that. And then
I didn't get it.
for folks that don't have the link to the Google Drive, I'm gonna drop it right now.
My chair came early today. It supposed to came Friday. My light and stuff came today. It supposed to came
Okay.
tomorrow.
Just know if you're not speaking, if you can be on mute, that'll be awesome. And in the chat right now, I'm dropping the link to the Google Drive. So if you need that, go ahead. And that's going to take you exactly where you need to be to grab the image. Okay. But yeah, I just want to jump right in it, just see how long it's going to take us to do. It's not going to be hard. Like I said, it's going to be something simple, but you'll get the concept. And basically the concept here that we're going to be doing today is just utilizing text and a shape and also a little bit of the pen tool and the layer mask. There's a bunch of things that's going to happen here today. I'm just flowing them out, and also clipping mask. So we'll be messing with all those. And as we do them, I will be explaining what's going on as always. And feel free to just unmute yourself and ask questions if you have to. I'm trying to make sure everybody good. Leave here today with the concept of creating your own logos. Because there's some logos out there that a while ago I asked people, hey, can y'all give me your logo? And some of the logos that I seen, I had to pray for them. So I'm hoping that prayer, J Bell, you feel me? So it's like, yeah, so we're just going to be good tonight. Try not to crack up too many jokes, but we're about to jump right into Photoshop. If you're ready, you already got your image downloaded. Just like give me a quick, let's go.
Hold on, E, give me a minute.
Oh, what's up, Ariel? Take your time.
Hey, E,
What's going on, Carmen?
while we're in the process of waiting, when you get a moment, can you check your inbox? Because I'm not getting the emails.
You're not getting the emails? How'd you get here today?
I had to reach out to Lanelle.
No, okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to get you right. Okay.
Does anyone else's Photoshop move really slow? Or is there something I need to do or fix?
It just might, with the Photoshop, it's the computer that is on. The processor needs to be a little updated, and if you got a lot of stuff on the computer as well, you might want to open it like stop some programs from running in the background. It's a lot of things that would slow your Photoshop down
Thank you.
because it's a big program. Okay, so we should be good. Let's get started. If it's okay with y'all, I'm gonna jump over to Photoshop up here into, how we gonna do this? Desktop. Yeah, let's do the desktop view here. Nope, that's not it. On this one right here. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
See Photoshop. Okay, so we're gonna start this off. I'm just gonna do a new document, regular A4 size. So we're gonna go over here to create new. Underneath create new, in our wave, we're gonna name this. We're gonna put a name to this. So for me, I'm just gonna put simple logo. I'm calling this simple, like I said, but for some folks, this might be your logo tonight, you know, depending on how much work you put into it. And we're gonna be using in like initial. So if my company name is Garment Creation, so we'll probably do something with GC, you know, or I think I'm gonna do something for my wife, which is Nita Rain. So I'm gonna do just like 2 letters, the N and the R. So you start playing with the idea as well, what 2 letters you're gonna use, and then we'll add some text at the bottom. So if yours is like Netherland custom or something, then we'll throw custom at the bottom there. Like we'll be playing with it. But first, let's go ahead and go and name our logo here. Our design. Yeah, and then we're gonna name this 8.5, or size this by 11 by 8.5. Okay, so just make sure you're on inches here instead of pixels. Okay, and you can put this in the landscape orientation instead of portrait. And another thing, you guys know how much I stress about this resolution thing, because we have plans on printing this in the future, or on like a business card, on T-shirts. So I want to make sure this is set for 300 DPI. Okay, so 300. It's very rare that I do anything on 72, which would be just screen base. But because we're going to be printing this, you want to put this on 300, and we'll keep this on CMYK. And then over here on the background, we can keep it on white. And that's all we're gonna do here. The next thing, we'll just go ahead and create this document. Okay. So now that my document is created, like I said, the first thing I want you to do, a lot of times when it comes to the logo, if you was really doing your logo here, when it comes to a logo or a client reach out to you, your logo starts on a piece of paper. Okay. So like, you can see with whatever I was thinking about here, I have a sticky pad here that I just went ahead and sketched the NR. You know, like something simple like that is how you want to start. Because before you, yes,
the advanced option for the color profile, did you change that or you just left it?
Yeah, I just left whatever it comes with.
So don't color manage and then the square pixel.
Yeah, just leave it wherever it is at.
Okay.
Yeah. So the logo needs to start on a piece of paper and a pencil or something. Just sketch something down, and then you get the idea. You get like different options. You can do an art different way. You can do it just in text. You can do it in like some type of, you just got to play with it to get the idea. So when you go into the program, sometimes you can scan whatever you have into your computer and still play with it that way. But we're just going to keep it simple tonight and find our NR. So the first thing I want you to do here is, again, think about those 2 letters that you're going to use. Let me know in the comments what letters you're using, what's your company's letters, and so I can go ahead and just check some of that out. But I'm going to come over here. I'm going to slide y'all over a little bit so I can see. So you look over into our right side here, we have our layers. And the only layer you should have here should be your background layer, all right? And the next thing we're going to do is bring in our text. So I'm come over to the left side, and I'm going to click on my T tool for my text, okay? So we're going to keep this thing on the horizontal text. And the first thing I'm going to click in here, and type in my very first letter, which is going to be N. And I want to do it in caps.
Yeah, I can't find the file.
Which
Excuse
file?
me, Felicia, I apologize for that private of my TEB. I didn't know what I was doing. I had to go up and do everyone. I'm sorry.
The one you drop on Google Drive.
Yeah, you follow the link in the comments. I just dropped the link to the Zach folder in the comments there. Got it?
What are these acronyms for in the chat? What's that?
E.
Yeah.
I clicked on the T and it's on horizontal for text, but when I go into text, nothing is coming on the screen.
Okay. Make sure your color is not on white. So you probably type something, but then it's in white. So if you look up top here, slide this thing down.
Oh yeah, it is white.
Yep. So you want to make sure that's in a dark color. Just put it on black. Okay.
It says when I click on that little, you talking about that little square where yours is?
Yeah, up here, mine is on black.
Yeah, how do you change it?
So just click in it. If you click in there, you'll get this menu.
When I clicked on that, it come up, it say new layer, combine shapes.
Oh no. Are you clicking again? You're over here. You got the text tool clicked, right? Or
oh, it went away. That's what it was. Okay, I got it now.
Okay. Nice. Okay, I see some of the initials for your business here. CSC. We got TEB, we got RT, we got CV, we got FG, DC, CK. That's it. So just choose one of those. We got SIT, we got ET, ED. All right. So that's nice there. So what we're going to do here now that we got our text, I got my first letter here. I want to make this letter a little large. So I want to enlarge it a little bit. So what we're going to do while the letter.
I'm lost. I'm sorry.
What's going on, Darian?
I don't know what's going on with me. Can you start again, please?
We didn't do anything yet. So what I've done so far, I just went ahead. You found the image?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the only thing I've done so far, I'm going to start over. I'm going to delete this layer here. So this is how you should look. You just own an 8.5 by 11 document.
No, go on new or open. New.
New. Yeah.
File
new.
new.
Yeah.
Then, okay. Then
just an 8.5 by 11.
8.5 by 11.
Yeah.
0.5.
Good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then again, you're just choosing 2 letters or 3 letters, however you want to do it. Today, I'm just going with 2 letters, but.
No, I do that and click create, right?
Yes. Make sure it's on 300 resolution.
Yeah.
And the background is white, and then you choose create, CMYK as well.
How do I check my background?
Right underneath the resolution, it says background content.
Oh, okay. I have to go back.
But what color is your background now?
I'm sorry.
It's white.
All right, so you're good.
Okay.
All right.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
When you design in CMYK and not RGB?
Yes, I design in CMYK.
And then when you print, you do RGB?
No, because I'm printing in most printing format is going to require you to be in CMYK.
CMYK, okay.
You know, so yeah, so I usually just keep it on that. The only reason why I would do anything in RGB when it comes to designing, because I'm going to keep that file on the computer, and then the colors are more accurate as far as sharing on the screen. But if I'm going to print it, I want to do it in CMYK.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Good. Everybody good? I know some of y'all probably already got y'all letters. Y'all already now started. But I'm gonna drop my N in here. So I'm just gonna click in there. You get your lower ipsum text, and I'm just gonna type
Where's
yeah,
the logos? I don't see them.
the logos.
Mm-hmm.
Which logos?
And the Google Drive. You said you were gonna put the link in the chat. I don't see it.
There's the link. The link is in there. You see, there's the very first thing in the chat, but I'm gonna drop it one more time, and it's
The
gonna
first
take
one
you.
I see is Sit from Pierre. Okay, thank you.
Yep, and that's gonna take you as is. There's no logos. It's only a like a background. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. So I got my N in here. All right. So I want to make this N a little bigger here. So to do that, I'm looking over here onto my layers panel. And right now my layer panel here says layer 1. So I'm going to double click on the T. Okay. See where it says the T there? If you double click it, it puts you in edit mode. You know you're in edit mode because your letter here is now highlighted. And you got options on the top here to change the font and your size. So let's find a different font here. Want to grab something that's like a sans serif font. Sans serif basically mean like something that's like this. So this font here, it might be different on your computer, but the type of font that you want that I like to use. So when you see they got these legs, this is a sans serif font. Okay. So you have sans serif and then you have serif. So you want to grab something like this or something bold, you know, like you don't really, I mean, some folks use script font for their logos, but when it comes to just like initials, like two text like this, I like to keep it with just a bold sans serif font, right? So that's what I did. I chose my font and then I resized it by just coming over here to the double T. My N is still highlighted. So I'm over here onto the double T. And then you can just, when you hover over the double T here, you get the two-sided arrows. So once you click and drag to the right, it'll make this thing big. And then you drag to the left, it makes it small. So I'm going to land over probably at like 200 for now. We'll probably end up resizing it. So I'm at 200 point right now. That'll be my size. Okay. And then my color again is still going to be black. So we're able to see it on the white background. And then just once you do that, just agree to it by hitting the check mark up here. And we are good with this letter.
I'm sorry, how did you make that? What did you just do with the grabbing the box?
How do you make it bold?
It depends on the type of font that you're using.
Okay.
Okay, so as far as the bold. But then the question was, how do I make it large? Or how do I get rid of this box around it?
When you took the black box and stretched it larger, what did you just do?
Okay, I just hit there's a check mark up here.
Oh, okay.
You can hit that or you can hit the enter key on your keyboard.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so depending what text you got, right? If you look at the font here, my font next to it says bold. And I can change this because the fonts sometimes come with like different style of like different characters here. Bold, italics. I would like to have mine's bold. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit that. So that's it there. And then I'm gonna just center this by just moving it until I get my red indicators there. Or you can just like click on it, click on the background, and then center it from up here. So if you click on the first text you got, and then also hold shift and click on the background layer, both those layers will be highlighted. And then if you look up top now, you got your alignment tools. So you can align centered in the middle there and then align center again. Or let me make mine off. If I can't do it now. Okay. So now if I move it over there, what I'm going to do is align it again. I highlighted both my layers. I'm going to align up top, centered, and then align vertical. So now it's right in the middle where I want it to be. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do my next.
Wait. You say how you clicked on both of those layers on the side?
Okay. So you click on one, and then if you hold shift, you click on the next one.
So is it shift with a mat too?
Yes.
And I clicked on both of them, and then what I do?
And now you see both of them are highlighted?
Yes.
Okay, so now if you look up top here on the very top of the screen, you got your alignment tools. So this is my align left, align centered. So you want to align centered vertical and horizontal.
My alignment tools are not up top. Is that a layer that I would have to have up there?
No, so as long as you have both of these selected,
Uh-huh.
So
you
you probably need to click on the move tool, the very first button on your
yes,
side.
definitely. So yeah, make sure you're on the move tool up here
Okay.
before you do anything.
Okay. I got it.
Got it. All right. Thank you. All right. So now the next thing I want to do, I'm going to bring in my next letter here. So what we can do, since we already have this here, we're going to duplicate this layer or this text here. Since we don't want to change the text, we want to keep the same character. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just hover over my text. Okay. I'm going to hover over it, hold down the Alt or Option key, Option on Mac. If you hold down the Option key, you have two arrows now. There should be a black and a white arrow. Everybody got that? The black and the white arrow? Because you're holding down the Alt key or the Option key. So now what the next thing you need to do, just click and drag over. Click and drag. So you should have two letters. Whatever your letter is, you should have two of them now. Okay. So then we'll go ahead and change our second letter to whatever we need it to be by just clicking on the T. You'll see it says N copy. That's the layer's name there, N copy. So if you click on the N copy layer, double click on the T there, it highlights that second letter. And now you can change that second letter to your second letter, which mine is going to be an R. All right, so once you do that, just go ahead and go back to the home tool, which I like to call the move tool. I like to call it the home tool. Whenever you feel like you're lost in Photoshop, always find yourself back onto the move tool here. That's like the home button. They should name that home because that's like that resets where you need to be. Okay, so now we have two letters here, and ideally, what we want to do next is try to place it. Depending on how your letters are, I'm not sure what two letters you're using, but
you lost me, E. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm lost.
Okay, talk to me. How you lost?
So when you did the duplicate, that's where I got lost at.
Okay, so what I did here, I'm gonna actually delete this letter. All right, so we're back to one letter here. Okay, so I like to do things in shortcuts because shortcuts is going to speed up your productivity, okay? But if to do the shortcut here, or let's say I'm not doing the shortcut, right? I'm going to come over to my T layer over here, the regular T layer. We should only have two layers here.
Correct.
So I'm going to right click on this layer and duplicate layer. That's like the other way to do it. So once you duplicate the layer now, you're just you don't have to rename it. It's going to change. So now you have those two layers there.
Okay.
Okay. So now, even though you don't see it, but there's another letter there. So all you got to do now, just click on one of those, click in there and move one over.
Okay. That did it.
Okay. All right. So now when you double click on the T icon here on your copy layer, you're able to change that font or that text to wherever you want it to be. Okay. So now the next thing I need you to do is just try to place this to where it makes sense. For me right now, I don't really have a spot, so I'm gonna try different options. See, I'm moving it around. What I want to move is my second letter. I don't want to really move the N because I feel like unless I don't want to do that. So I actually think I liked it like kind of weird.
Hey, E,
Yeah.
when you said the T, how are we changing this? We just clicking on it? I'm getting this layer must be rasterized before proceeding.
Okay, so
it's no longer editable. Editable.
Do you have, so which letter do you, are you on your second letter or are you still on your first
T,
letter?
I'm on the T copy. How do I change it? It won't let me.
Okay, so to change it, you want to double click inside of the T right here. You see the icon?
Oh.
Yeah, double click in there. Once you double click in there, the text will be highlighted.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep. So I'm going to place mine somewhere. Be like, I don't know. I need to find the space. Like I'd like the space there. It's got to be here somewhere. Even like, this might be something. So in a case like this, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this one right here, but I'm going to find another, like do a duplicate of this and try another orientation. So once you got your two letters, right, you got it placed. The next thing I want you to do is to group that. All right. So you want to group it so when it comes to moving or doing anything to it, it's one layer. So to do that, we'll do the same thing by clicking on both text, both text here, I guess, or letters, both letters. So click on both letters. So you click on one, hold down the shift key and click on the next one. So both your letters now should be highlighted. All right. And then you're just going to go and group them. So you can go to, the last time I didn't have that here. So once you got both of those highlighted, just do control or command G. Control or command G. So that puts that in the group, right? So you see it says group 1. We'll just name it to text. Text.
It didn't do.
What's that?
It didn't do.
It didn't
you
do.
Said control G, right?
Yes, but make sure both of them are highlighted.
They highlighted.
All right. So you hit control and G.
Okay, it did.
Okay. All right. So now I got both of them there. And what I want to do here, I'm going to move this to the side and try another orientation. So to do that, I'm just going to copy this layer here by either going to right clicking on the layer itself and just hit duplicate group. Okay. So now we got two of them. And for that one, we got two of these here. And I'm going to hit Control T and just move one of them out the way. So now I got that one there, and then I got this one here. Okay, just trying to find different. I'm not sure if I'm settled on this one yet. So I want to try something
Mine's is
else.
not moving together.
Mine either.
Okay,
Mine's moving one at a time.
All right, it's okay. Just click on it, on the group, and then hit Control T.
So when I click on it, it did a file drop down.
Okay. It's okay. So collapse. So it probably looks like this. It expanded your group.
Yeah.
So what you want to do now? Hit this arrow right here, and close it back up. Okay. So now that you're on this layer, hit Control T or Command T until you get this box bander around it here. So now you should be able to just move this around.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can resize this by just clicking on the corner there, doing something like that. Just I'm gonna leave that right there for now. Hit enter.
Okay, do the grouping again, because mine moving one. I collapsed it and it's still moving. So how do I group it again?
Okay, so
Shift what?
It's Control G.
No. To connect my two letters again. Shift and make sure both of them are highlighted, right?
Yeah, to group them, right?
Yeah, okay,
Yes. So,
now,
yeah. So make sure
now I'm gonna do
both
Control G.
G. Yep.
Okay, so it's telling me it's grouped, but it's moving as,
Right. So even though it's once you click on it, it's gonna expand. So if you click on the folder, it expands the folder. So just click on the arrow next to the folder there. There's an arrow to the left side. If you click on that, it actually collapses it.
okay,
And now you got one line that's highlighted, and just hit Control T or edit free transform. Edit free transform. It's gonna also put that banding box around it. And now you should be able to move it around because this banding box is on there.
No, I'm still
but
kind.
my banding box is on one letter and not both of them, and I grouped them, and
Right.
it says group.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure that you actually highlight it on the part that says text copy or whatever you name it as. If it says group copy, make sure you're on that and not selecting. You don't want to select on the letter itself. Select on the folder name.
Okay, text copy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't get text copy. When I tried to duplicate it, and
says
then
group.
moved it made it separate.
Yes, that's what mine did. I was doing fine till it didn't group. I thought it was grouped, but it's not grouped.
Okay, I'm gonna step it back. I'm gonna get rid of this layer. Okay, so now I'm just back on. I'm gonna actually ungroup it. Okay, so I ungroup my layers so everybody looks like this.
Hold on, let me get rid of some of this stuff.
Yeah, I just started mine all over. I got rid of the other stuff. So okay.
Okay, let's step it back. We should all be right here now with just our two letters.
All right.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Is Felicia, you with me?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, everybody else, we should only have just those two. Okay, so now the next thing here, I'm going to just keep going there. I don't know why group is not showing up there. All right, so we're gonna go to layer. Up top here, I'm gonna stay away from the shortcut and show y'all this way, but it's not. Why is it not showing me group?
I think we had this problem last Tuesday too with the same thing with grouping.
Yeah, for some reason it's not underneath here unless I'm missing it, but just go ahead. Once you got those two connected or selected, hit Control and G. It's very important that both of them are highlighted.
Control P.
Yep, and once you do that, you'll get, it will say group 1. There's a folder that says group 1. And it's another way I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to back up one more again. So now that I have both of them selected, you see down here, there is a folder down here. You guys see the folder next to there's a trash can, and it's create a new layer. Right next to it, there's a group, there's a folder there. And if you hover over the folder, it says create new layer. So what you can do now that you got both of these selected, take them and drop it into this folder.
Take group 1 and drop it into the folder?
Oh no, if you already did the group 1, then it's fine. I took a step back to where it's just the letters again. Okay. It's not grouped. So you just take those two letters or those two layers and drop it into the folder there. So now you should have group 1. That's another way of doing this. Many ways to do things here in Photoshop. You can either use a shortcut, use the menu, or use like different icons. So that would be another way to do it. So right now, everybody, go ahead.
So Professor.
Go ahead.
It's got group 1, right?
Yes.
I got the same thing you got right there.
Yep.
On your group 1 in background.
Correct.
But it's not grouped. I tried to move it and it's not grouped.
It's grouped. They're grouped. As long as you only see these two, you only see background and group 1, right? They're grouped. Okay. The only reason you're seeing it not grouped. So right now, leave it. If you leave it on group and turn the eyeball off, the text will disappear. Both letters will disappear. That's how you know they're grouped. Because you're pushing one function. Yes. The
Okay.
fact that you're pushing one function and it's getting rid of two things, that means they're
Okay.
all in the same folder. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So now,
I'm sorry, can I ask a question?
please.
I didn't have the CMK option. I only have the RGB.
You didn't have CMYK?
Uh-uh.
Okay. What I want you to do now, go ahead up here to image.
Wait. Okay.
Click on image, click on mode, and change it to CMYK.
I don't have that option. It only says bitmap and grayscale.
You're using Photoshop, like Adobe Photoshop, not Adobe, not Elements, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm on Elements. Okay, then never
Okay,
mind.
that's the issue. I don't know what Elements look like. A lot of people get confused with, like, I get confused when people say Element. I just started hearing about that.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm not
thank you.
okay. All right, so now we have our two letters here, and once you click on one of these letters, it automatically is going to open up your group folder. So what I want you to do now, let's change the name from group 1 to something else. So double click on where it says group 1, where it's now is highlighted. Let's name it. Let's actually call it logo 1. All right. So now that's our logo 1 folder that has two individual letters in there. Okay. And
So I got a question.
go ahead.
I didn't redo all that when you redid it. So mine just says text and copy.
So yeah, so you're fine then. So that means you have 3 total layers.
Yes.
All right. And one is the copy. We're about to be on the same step you're at right now. We're about to do the copy
Okay.
right
Okay.
now. Okay. And the only reason why I'm copying it so I can have other option of like playing around with my text position. But if you're satisfied with your text position, you don't even need to copy it. Like I can literally stop right now and keep going. But I want you guys to know like you can do different things and find different orientations until you're satisfied with it. So I'm gonna come over here, hover over layer 1 or logo 1, and then I'm gonna duplicate this group. So again, I just hover over it and right click on it until I get this full menu. And then I go all the way to the top and it says duplicate group.
And then I get a drop box that say,
Yep, it's asking you to change the name there. You don't need to change the name. It's fine. Just hit OK.
okay.
Okay, so you should have 3 layers now. Background, logo 1 copy. All right, so you should be selected on logo 1 copy. That's where you should be highlighted over that. So now just go ahead while you're highlighted on logo 1 copy, go to Control or Command T. So when you do that, you get the banding box around your text. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody answered. Yes.
Okay, thank you. What's up, Jose? But yeah, so we're good here.
Hey,
So now that I got my banding box here, I can literally just click on my text now because you can't separate them. They're in the group. And now I can just click it and move on over. Just gonna move on and park it
Mine's
right there.
still separate.
Yeah, mine's still separate as well.
Mine's still separate. I don't understand.
Oh, mine moved.
I did step by step that you did.
Okay. Again, remember it's important that you're on the folder itself. Do not collapse your folder. You shouldn't even be able to see the letters if you're looking at your text. If you're looking at your logo, not your logo, your layers, you shouldn't be able to see the text.
Okay.
The actual, if you can see the 2 letters, that means you're wrong. Okay, so you want to collapse them. So where you cannot see the letters, you can only see logo 1 and logo 1 copy.
Right.
Okay, so now it's like that, and then I try to move
Okay.
it. It's still.
Don't try to move it. Don't try to move it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just stay there, hover over it, or make sure it's selected on one, and don't even click. Just like highlight it. It sits and let it sit there, and push Control and T. You got your Control
Okay.
and T. Now you got your banding box, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now move over from the layer. Click on the actual letters on the canvas here.
Okay.
So click on them and move one and move over. Click and drag. Click and drag.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess I just got to catch up later because I can't. Mine's just not doing it.
It's okay. Let's walk you through it. What's going on? We got time. I don't want y'all to. You can't be here and then depend on the replay. So I'm here. Ask the question and I'll help you out.
Okay. Well, once I click the Control T, like you said, I got another box with like 8 squares.
Yep. It's the banding box. Okay. So now the next thing that you want to do while you got your banding box around your letters, just click on one of the letters inside, not on the layer now. Get away from the layers and come onto the actual canvas over here and click on one of them. Just click and drag.
Right.
Click and drag.
But when I click and drag, it's separating them again. I don't know what I did wrong.
Should be separated now. So your canvas, once you drag it, it should look just like mine's, right?
No, and I still only have the 2 letters there. It won't. There's nothing else.
So did you copy it?
I did. I have the logo 1 copy, the group 2, and the logo 1 like you had.
Okay.
And I'm backing up like you said.
No, don't back up. Let's do this. Stay right where you're at. Go hover over the logo 1 copy. Just select that. Okay.
Okay.
So once you select that, now use your arrow keys and move that thing out the way. Let me see what happens.
Right. It's only 1. I mean, it's just the 2 letters there. It's not a duplicate.
So you copied it, but you ain't got. Who is this talking, anyways?
This is Teresa. Like I
Teresa,
don't know if you can see me. Let me see if I can flip this camera around.
Okay, yeah.
Can you see me?
Yes, I see.
And that's what I have.
Okay, let me see what your layers look like.
I have. Is that? I have that.
You have layer 1, and then you have the copy there. Okay, collapse that. Collapse that for me. Okay, so the issue there, you have a group. You have a group inside of it. So you like, yeah. So you have too many things. So if you collapse one more time, so what you need to actually move is that right there. That right there is what you need to move.
Like that?
Yes. So let's stay right there. That layer 1 copy. Let's delete it.
Delete this one?
Yep. Because what you did, you grouped it, but then you grouped it inside of another group. So what you're moving is not. So now let's go ahead to group number 2, it says.
Okay.
So now over there, push the Control T.
Okay, 1 second. Let me set this down. Control T. Okay. And now I have that.
Now you got the banding box on top of it. Click and drag that now.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's not that. All right. Sorry, y'all. Let's separate. Let's go back to the layers again.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, that's okay. See what's in her other group. Maybe there's something missing in
that
the
other group there. Let's delete it. The only thing I want you to have is 1 layer right now. Delete. Nope. Stay there. Oh, go up to that one. The right. Let me see what's in that one. It's empty. All right. So let's delete that logo 1 that's empty. Delete it.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's collapse this one. So that's the only one you should have.
Okay.
All right. So now let's right click on it. Go up and duplicate that. Okay. Hit the OK on that. All right. So now while you're right there, you should already have the banding box on top of them, right?
Right.
Okay, now click and drag over. Nope. Only one letter moved. Put your
Yeah,
controls.
that's what it kept doing the first time.
No, that's because you see the T don't even have the thing on there. You see, okay, so what you did there, you see you only moved, you shouldn't be on the letter. Close it, collapse it for me.
Okay.
All right. So don't click on it. Just collapse it and get away from it.
Okay.
It's okay. I got you. And now go ahead and push the control T one more time.
Okay. All
Now
right.
you just highlighted on both of them. Now click and drag.
Oh, look at me. I got it.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead now.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You ain't gotta apologize. That's why we're here. You know, we're
I
here.
feel so special.
There you go. All right. So everybody's on the same page now.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the
Good
patience,
job,
guys.
Teresa.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. So now the only reason why I did this here because I wanted to play with some movement here, so I can move my R and see where we feel like it's good. You know, like I can do something. I feel like I don't like that. Like the way that it's just like,
okay. That's why we did that.
yeah, that's the only reason because I want to find other like orientations, you know, so I can probably put it. Yeah, you can do something like this and get overhead.
Mine too.
You know, like
okay.
yeah, it's just me trying to find different options here. But this is
Yeah, because I changed mine too. Okay.
man. Nah,
Okay.
seems like I'm probably just gonna be good with my first one here. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, that's why I wanted to show y'all, just so y'all able to like know that you can do things like that until you're settled. Like when I'm ready doing a logo for someone, this page is filled. Like there's like at least 15 different scenarios going on here, and then I send that to the person, and then they go ahead and when they choose like, hey, I say, hey, choose four, and then they send it back, and then we'll go back, and then until we choose two, and then we'll go ahead and I send it back. It's a long process when you're really doing a logo for someone, but it has to start messy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to turn the eyeball off on my logo one copy. You know, I don't want it. We're just going to stick to this for now.
Now I want mine, so turn off.
The one, yeah, whatever one that you want, whatever orientation, scenario, like whatever one you want to keep it, and the other one just turn the eyeball off. Don't delete it just yet unless you're sure that you don't want it. Then you can go ahead and delete it. Okay, so I don't want mine, so I'm gonna delete it because I want to keep my things neat. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do here, I want to make sure this is like centered. Okay, so while the group, again, we're going to do everything off of this group. We're going to keep it group. We're not going to click in it. So moving, like right now, you should not see the letters. Don't, in your layers panel, do not see the layers. You shouldn't see the letters. You should only always see logo 1 or whatever yours is named. Okay, so now I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna also click on the background because I want to center them. Okay, so once I do that, my alignment tool is pops up front. Again, I'm on my move tool, and I'm gonna align them both like that, so it's nice and centered for us.
Mine's moving again. Oh, I see why.
Yeah, I can see your letters, even though I can't see, but you can see your letters. You shouldn't be able to see the letters. Okay, so the next thing.
It's still moving. Wait a minute, E. I'm sorry. It's still moving even when okay.
You collapse them?
Oh, okay, so when.
I had to click the Control T to group them back together.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay.
And am I supposed to still have this group 2 and group 2 copy?
Again, that's up to you, you know, but I deleted mine. I deleted one of them. The only reason why I showed y'all so y'all can know like how messy your canvas can get with different orientations, you know.
Gotcha.
But if you don't need it, go ahead, get rid of it so we can just keep this thing simple as we initially planned to have it. But
whatever that was, thank you, because that did work for me to redo the Control T.
there you go.
You're welcome.
All right. So now the next thing we want to do, we want to bring a shape in here. We want to put a circle on this thing. And I'm going to come down here to my circle or my shape. I'm going to come to my shape tool. That's all the way on the left side, right on top of the hand. You'll see the shape tool there. Just click on the shape tool, click and hold. So where it opens up all of them, and then you want to go down to the ellipse. You want an ellipse tool, or at least I'm going to go with an ellipse tool. You choose whatever shape that you want, whatever we do will apply, you know, but I think it's good to start out with this nice circle logo. You can do a rounded circle, but ellipse is a circle. And so once we get the ellipse, we're going to draw an ellipse. But when you go ahead and just click and draw, it looks like an oval now. So you need to hold the shift key as you draw it. Okay, so the shift key, keep holding on to the shift key, make this circle not that big, but it needs to be big enough that your letters will fit inside. Don't worry about it being on top of it right now. We'll get it over there. Just go ahead and make yours. Mine is at 4.3. Okay. All right. So it looks like, oh my goodness, it's filled up with black. I can't see my letters. It's okay.
That's right.
Yours is white. That's fine. So now leave it highlighted or leave the circle selected. Okay. Now, if you look on the top section here, this is where we want to take away the fill. See, mine is filled right now with black. I want to go over here into where it says fill. I'm going to click on that black color there. And I'm going to say no fill. There's some white box with the red lines going into it. That just means no. That tells Photoshop I don't want any color in there. Do not fill my shape. Okay, we got that. Now stay there. Do not move. Slide over. All we need is a stroke on this thing. Okay, so I'm going to come right over. Right now, mine's is saying no stroke because you can see it says the circle or the square with the line in it. You want to go ahead and click on that and choose your stroke color. We want a black. So I'm just going to choose black over here. Okay, so it looks like it is not a stroke right now because our size is short. It's too small. So just go over here and you can actually hover over the word stroke. And same way we changed our text, you can change the size. Hover and move to the right. And as I'm doing this, you can see my circle now has an inner stroke. And I can resize it. I can make it big. Like all we need is a stroke. And my stroke right now, I'm gonna land on 40. We're gonna start off with a 40.
For a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
How do we get the fill layer again?
Okay, to get the fill, make sure once you got your circle in there, make sure your circle is actually like you're on the circle layer and it's highlighted. Okay, so once you do that, then you get the like sub menu up top. Do you have your sub menu up top here? Or first, does your circle here, does your circle have the banding box around it?
No.
Okay, so you want to make sure your circle got the banding box around it by just going up to like edit and free transform.
I did the free transform.
No, I lie. You don't want free transform.
I mean, I did Control T.
Right. So now you're not going to get that because, so what you want to do, come over here to the layer and just like click on that layer. You select it on the layer?
Yeah.
And it still don't have the blue box around it?
No. Let me see, where's this at? I'm on the logo too, on the logo one. Yeah, I done relayered it too. I don't see it. I see it inside the box, but it's not showing on the layer. Oh yeah, real quick.
Okay, so what you want to do then, select. All right, so how about let's start over for you. Let's just do a new circle. Get rid of this circle. Okay. And again, we're over here on our ellipse tool. Let's do a new circle. Just like that. Hold down the shift key so it's proportional. Okay, so once you do that circle, you automatically get the blue box around it. So you got that? Oh, not the blue box, but the blue the banding box around it.
Oh, it came back. You know what I had to do? I had to click back on the ellipse tool. Don't know why.
Oh
But when I
yes,
click
I'm
back on the
sorry.
ellipse
Yeah,
tool,
yeah, yeah. That's I should have known that too.
I'm on
Can you
track.
start it? Sorry, can you go to the stroke part?
Okay, so now that we got that, if you look up top here, you have fill and then you have stroke. So we don't want any fill. So make sure your fill selection has the white line, the white box with the red line, by just clicking in there and choosing that part. And then you come over to the stroke and choose a stroke color, which I'm saying you choose black. Just go ahead and choose black. And you can resize your stroke over here. I'm on 40, so you can either just click over here where it says pixels and just type in 40, push enter, or if you hover over the word stroke, you'll get the two-sided arrows. You just click and drag. Click and drag. You can drag left to take away the stroke, drag right to bring in the stroke. But we're gonna land on 40 for now. Okay.
Okay, wait, we gotta go back to the circle ellipse.
Good.
I'm here teaching myself stuff too.
Yeah. Everybody got the circle?
Wait a minute, I can't get this circle to. Oh, Lord Jesus.
What are you struggling with the circle? Don't worry about it being centered just yet. Just worry about having a stroke.
Okay.
We're about to center it right now.
Okay, wait a minute. So go to fill, that's right. Go to stroke, pink. Over it, slide to 40.
Either you slide it to 40 or you just type in 40 in that box. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So now to get it centered, we want to center this onto the background. So I'm going to highlight all three of my layers. I'm going to click on my top layer and then hold down shift and click on the background layer. So that way, anything from the top to the bottom is highlighted. All three of your layers should be highlighted. You still should not see the individual letters. You should only see ellipse 1, logo 1, and background.
Well, I have a letter B because I had to add a B to it. Because mine is TEB, so I didn't have two letters.
So that B needs to be, you need to slide that B into the group. So if you have an individual B by itself, just click that B layer and slide it up into that group.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so now you should only have, everything should be in that group.
Yeah.
Okay, so I highlighted all three of them. Once I highlighted them, we're gonna go back up again on the top bar here to our alignment tools. And we're gonna align centered. Centered. So everything is now aligned centered right there within our situation there.
Oh, this is not highlighted.
So to get it highlighted again, right, click on the very first layer, okay, which should be your shape. If you click on your shape, just click on it and then hold down shift and click on the last layer, which should be background. Shift and then last layer. That should have all three of your layers now highlighted. Are they?
No, I don't have that up there. I have align edges, a tool, look like a set additional shape and path options.
Hold on, we're still talking
Path
about you.
array.
I'm still trying to find out if you have it highlighted. Do you have these three letters highlighted? The
Yeah, I got them highlighted.
three layers highlighted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now when you look up top here, if you look right in this area, directly over the 1, 2, and 3, you should have these. Do you have them?
No.
You don't have your alignment tools? Okay, so now let's do this. If you don't have your alignment tools, go over to Windows and open up Align. Windows and Properties, I think. Windows and Properties. Open up Properties.
Okay, properties open.
Okay, so within, it shouldn't be property. It should have been, yeah. So, okay, so you got properties open. So once you have those, do you then in your properties layers, do you see the alignment tool? Do you see a word that says align?
No.
No.
The fact that the thing here is it should be automatic once you have these three selected. No.
I got layers and properties option tools.
Okay.
What is it?
Trying to see.
Mine has this path alignment box, but when I click on it, it won't let me click on anything else.
Right, mine have that box too, but it's not highlighted.
It says path alignment box.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Somebody show me this.
Miss Tanya, does yours look like mine's too? Let me see. Let me turn this camera around.
It's a little short one and a long one.
Yeah, mine looks like this.
Yeah, that's
and
how
then when
my
I
whole
click
thing.
this,
Yeah.
but none of this is lit up. It won't let me do anything.
Right, mine's too.
Yeah, so that's the alignment tool there. But okay, so now go back, hover, go back.
Should we put on canvas? Should it be on canvas?
Yes. So you see right now, you see where it says selection?
Uh-huh.
Right there under Mr. Reese, you see yours says selection?
Oh, yes.
Choose canvas.
Okay.
Okay, now it's there because we chose canvas.
Yeah.
It's there.
So the difference with canvas and selection. Okay, let's see what your layers look like. See what does your layers look like? Okay. And yours is not available?
Yeah, it's there, but it won't let me click anything.
Tell her she had to do the same thing. Go down there where it says selection.
Yeah, she already changed
that
that.
box. Oh, she didn't change.
Are you on the move tool? Are you on your selection tool?
Oh, that's probably the problem. Let me see.
Yeah, you gotta always be on that selection tool.
My apologies.
It's okay. Yeah, so there you go.
So now, I guess, okay, I think it did it.
Yeah, it looks like it's good.
Yeah,
okay.
We're good. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do here, we want our text to overlap the circle. Okay, so to do this again, we're gonna hover over our layer, our group, like the text group. It says, mine says logo 1. Just select that. Again, select it in a way where you still do not see the individual letters. Just select the group itself. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to free transform, or we're gonna just push the Control T because we want to have that selected. Okay, we want to resize it. So in order for us to resize it, we got to choose Control T, and then we're just going to grab one of these corners and fix it in a way that.
Wait a minute. So when we did all that alignment, them all three was highlighted. We should have hit the alignment to align it with a circle or go over the letters.
Yeah, the circle should have went over the letters if you had the
Yeah,
circle.
I never hit the alignment. I apologize. I gotta highlight. Okay. Control background. Okay. Okay. It's center. And now, okay. I'm with you.
So now I'm just placing this in a way that my text is overlapping my circle a little bit. We want like at least, yeah, you want to have an overlap, something like this, depending on what your letter is, what your 2 letters or your 3 letters are, but you want to have some type of overlap because we're going to cut through that. Okay. How we looking? So all I did to do that, once I had the banding box around it by hitting Control T on my layer group, I grab one of the corners here, top. I always like to go from the top right corner and just like expanded that a little bit by stretching my, like dragging. And then I got this, and I'm gonna try to move it and center it again by just moving it around until I get my center mark. And now it used to look something like this. Y'all good? I'm guessing everybody else is good in here because nobody else is talking to me. We got the same 37 people in here. I'm loving it. That's great. Nobody dropped off yet. That's awesome.
I'm trying my best to follow along in Affinity.
Okay.
Does it matter how much over or?
I mean, that there, because I can't see your letter, I can't really tell you. You know, you just got to go with what looks like what you're cool with. Don't make.
My second letter is a C, which means that it's kind of, I don't know what your next step is, so I don't know if I need to bring the bottom part of the C out or leave it in. Or...
I would say make sure it's just as if it's a C and you're using this style like text, you should have like just a little bit over it, because what's going to happen here, that overlap section where the circle is, we're going to cut that circle out in that section. So it would be like, yeah, you know, so just place it in a way that, you know, makes.
I got you.
Okay.
So I think I need to make my circle bigger. So how do I go back and do that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So then to make the circle bigger, you're going to just come over to the circle layer and then Control T on that.
Okay, got you.
And then, yeah, try to expand it that way.
And then go back to my other letters.
Right. And then you may even have to like align center it again.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I think I got it now. Now let me go back to my logo. Control T and fix it. Oh wait, let me go back. Let me go back to this one in line.
To change that color of my logo, it's blue. To make it gray, I click on that. How do I get that color box up? Do I right click it?
So you want to change, don't worry about changing the color right now.
Okay.
We're going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we just remember when you, not remember, but whenever you're creating a logo, the first thing you want to give a customer is a black and white copy. Okay. And like into the steps of you going back and forth, logos will always look good at first in black and white. And then you can go ahead and add colors to it once you got a confirmation, yeah, this is the one I want. Then we can go ahead and do colors. So you should always design in black and white. until you get to your final copy. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do here now, if you're comfortable with your position, see I move mine a little bit up here too. I feel like I don't like that anymore, so I'm gonna bring it back down.
What if you don't need it to lap out? Do you have to?
I mean, for the type of effect that we're doing, it
Okay.
will look good, you know,
Okay.
but you know, like if you don't want it to lap, then
Never
yeah,
mind. I'm gonna
yeah, the
do it
design is gonna look good once we do it.
Okay.
Right. And I even feel like my stroke should be a little bigger, but we'll see. Okay, so everybody got this? This alone, this could be a logo. You know, like
Yeah.
right here, it could be a logo. People can be satisfied with this, but I can't just leave y'all like that. You know, we got to do a little bit more to this thing. So the next thing that I want to do here, I want us to, what's up, Peachy? I want us to go ahead and yes, this will be available for replay. It's being recorded. Yep, let me double check. It's being recorded. Yes, playback will be available. All right, so this looks like it's already, I think it's like someone's logo that I've probably done before. Okay, so what we want to do next, I want to, what should we do? What the next step should we take here? We can go ahead and cut out the circle. So when you're going to cut out the circle, make sure you are settled with your sizing of the circle, because we're about to rasterize this circle. And once you rasterize your circle, you're not going to be able to edit it. Okay. Like, so I'm going to make sure I'm comfortable here. I want to make sure I'm good. I feel like I want to bring my R down a little bit though. Bring my R down a tad.
I'm gonna bring my C down.
Tad bit here. Try to forward a bit more.
Why do we have to rasterize the shape?
Because we're gonna cut. I'm gonna cut a, like, wherever the overlap here is. We're gonna use the pen tool, make a selection of that, and then we're gonna cut that out.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right. So next thing, let's go over here to our. All right. So let's go over to our layer, our ellipse layer. Okay. And once you're on your ellipse layer, right
I
click.
got a box that came up.
A box saying what?
Layer style. Just click it off.
Yeah, just hit cancel on that. You got that because you double clicked within on the layer. So just click once on your layer and right click on the layer. Go to rasterize. And you're doing this to the circle layer. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's rasterize it. So I wanted to make. You know what? Before we do that, before we do the rasterizing, guys, you already did it. Push Control Z. It's okay. Push Control Z.
Okay.
It's okay. I want to make a copy of the whole logo. Okay, the whole thing, everything we got here. Let's make a copy of it and just save a copy of that. So to do that, we're gonna make sure we highlight both of these again. We should have your logo one and your ellipse. And then just go ahead and make a duplicate of them. Remember how to do the duplicate? Right click on it and duplicate layers. Okay, and turn those off for now. Turn your duplicates off. Because you always want to, in case like, if we want to do anything else, we want to have copies of the original, you know, so always take a step and copying that. Now we'll go back to our ellipse 2 or ellipse 1 and rasterize it. So you should have total of 4 layers.
Plus the background will be fine.
Plus the yep, plus the background. But the other 2 should be turned off. Just turn the eyeballs off on there, which is our backup. We can go ahead and put them in the group if you want, but don't worry about it. All right.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Are we supposed to notice something that happens once you rasterize the layer?
No.
Oh, okay.
Show how you rasterize it one more time.
So to rasterize it, we select it on the ellipse layer, right click on it, and go up to rasterize. Mine is grayed out now because I already did it. So right underneath, convert to smart object, you'll see rasterize.
Found it.
What's up with you, bro?
Chilling.
Okay,
Following
now that we
along today.
huh?
I'm following along today.
Nice. Okay, so now that we got this go ahead, everybody good?
I missed how you made it bold.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
I missed how you made the text in the circle bold. Well, not the text, just the circle. How did you add a thicker border around it?
We got a bad feedback. Somebody can mute for me. If y'all can mute, except the person that's speaking, which I can't really tell who it is. All right, so one more time.
How do you make the circle bold?
So the circle, we added a stroke.
Yeah, I guess probably because I got a fill on mine.
Oh, you got a fill on yours? Yeah, you shouldn't have a fill unless you're going for that. But yeah, I'm interested to see what yours look like with the fill. But we did no fill and then we did the stroke.
Okay. Stroke.
So
turn my fill off.
to change it again, if you hover over your layer and go back down to the ellipse tool, or all the way down here to the ellipse shape, you will get the option up top to.
I got it.
Okay, great. So we already rasterized it. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna do the cutout. And in order to do the cutout here, I want you to find the pen tool. And your pen tool is right on top of the T there. Okay. And now this pen tool here, we talked a little bit about the pen tool when we went over the tools. But what we're gonna do, we want to cut out the section where there's an overlap. And the reason why we're doing that, because we want this to just be, it looks like it's a knockout. It's called like other programs will call it a knockout. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna click. Okay, I'm gonna click once with my pen tool. I'm on the layer with my ellipse now. I'm gonna click once and I'm gonna click right outside another time. Click and hold. So when you hold it and you drag, you get like a shape. Like you want to get, depending on how you want yours to go. I want mine to go something like that. So there is like an inner, or like, yeah, I want the shape to go this direction, or my cutout to go this direction. So what I did again, I'm gonna back up. I click once here, anywhere in here. And then I clicked again one time outside the circle. So I clicked in the circle, then I click outside the circle. I'm holding my click. So when you hold down your click and drag, you get like a move. You get like a curve, So yours shouldn't be straight anymore. If you click the second time, held it down and dragged, you should have like some type of curve on your selection. Everybody got that?
Click the pen tool first.
Correct.
And then click inside the box anywhere.
Yep. So and then.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then click outside the box.
Yep. So click once, and then release. Come outside the box. Click one more and hold it.
Okay.
Okay. So when you hold it, you go ahead and drag. So it's like a hold and drag.
Thank you.
Okay, so then we're gonna just bring, so at that point there, all we really wanted there was just like that first curve. And I'm gonna click somewhere else over here because right now anything outside of the circle does not matter. It's the step that we take to go back in the circle that we wanna then curve again. So click and then drag again. I'm just looking for a curve on my cutout. I don't want my cutout to just be straight. I'm looking for like a C cutout. Okay. So then I clicked again. And then the next thing, I'm gonna connect this dot. So wherever I started, I'm gonna click there. So you should get a shape, something like this. Depending on how you did your S curve or your curve. Anybody good? Okay. So now that that is selected, or that's blue and we have that shape, we're gonna right click on our shape area or right click in there and go to make selection. Right click and make selection. And then push OK. Right click, make selection, push OK. And now you should have the dancing ants on your selection. And once you do that, just go ahead and delete.
Okay, you said right click and do what that again now?
Make selection.
Oh, but look at it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now
No, I'm not okay, E.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Me and this pen tool do not get along. Okay.
Yeah, the pen tool,
Yeah, the pen is getting me too.
It's a great tool to learn. So I'm gonna back up all the way. All right, let's talk a little bit about the pen tool here. So this tool, once you select your pen tool, I'm not even on my circle anymore. I'm all the way to the side here. There's a lot of things you can do with the pen tool. It always starts with a click. Your first click is it starts the tool. Your second click, it can either go straight or you can curve it by just dragging. Okay. You can also hold shift to get your drag. You know, like, and then you can release it. You can start again. There's a lot of shapes you can do with this, but it all starts with that first shape. And then to get curves, to get your shape to your pen tool to curve, you have to just click and drag, depending on what direction you want it to go. I'm just going up, down, you know. You can make it as tight as you want. And to close this up now, you have to go ahead and start off where you end where you started. So then you get a goofy shape like this. Another thing that you could do, once you start off. Yes.
Professor.
Yep.
Was I supposed to click off of that? Because I don't have my dancing ants no more.
Yeah, but you got your cutout, right? Your cutout? Do you have the cutout?
No, it didn't. Now my dancing ants back. What I do?
You just hit delete.
Oh.
And once you hit delete, you should take the chunk out of that circle.
Well, mine ain't done took no chunk on the. Oh, yes it did. Yes it did.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh, all right. I got it, Professor.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this one more time for myself because it seemed like I lost mine. So I'm gonna click once, and I'm gonna click outside my circle, make a click and drag. Okay, so now anything else that you do outside of the circle does not matter because not the only one the whatever lays over the circle there. So I'm gonna click over here one more time, and I'm gonna bring it right there like that. So I don't want, the first time I did it was a little too big, and I'm gonna end it there. So once I got my selection, I'm gonna right click and go to make selection and then hit OK. So then I got my dancing ants. I'm cool. I'm gonna just hit delete. It takes a chunk out of it, and I'm gonna do the same thing again at the bottom of my thing here. So to get rid of the selection, you can hit Control D, or you go up here to select, deselect.
E, how do you what do you call it? Like make it curve. What button was that again?
So to make it curve, when you drop your second, you just gotta, when you drop the second point, you gotta hold down the mouse. You hold down on your left mouse and then drag the mouse up or down. I'll show you. So I'm gonna,
Oh, okay. I see
yep.
it.
So I'm doing it again at the bottom here. This time I'm gonna bring it right here and I'm gonna click one more time out here. I'm gonna drag it like that. Make this one a little tighter. And then I'm gonna click out here, click one more in here, and then I'm gonna click in here again. Actually, I think I had it this way, but this one I'm gonna go this way here, and then I'm gonna end it. So now I get a selection like this, and I'm gonna right click anywhere, make selection, hit OK. Got my selection, and then I'm gonna hit delete.
Okay, so okay, now I got the light blue. I'm sorry, I had to run to the door. The light blue, and then
Right click, right click,
okay.
right click, and you see a list of things. Go to make selection.
Hit okay.
And then delete.
And how do I delete it?
Just the delete key on your keyboard.
Oh, duh.
Okay, I'm getting a pop-up. It's saying could not complete your request because the pixels in the layer type in the layer cannot be edited without first rasterizing the layer. But you said to rasterize the circle and not the text, right?
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, that's where you should be. But then now you might be off of your circle. Are you still on the circle?
No, because when I was trying to use the pen tool, it was like dragging this extra red line out. So I went on the text itself. I went on the art itself, so I still need to be on the circle.
So ugly.
Yeah, so if you're trying to do that to the text, then you have to raster the text. But the fact that we're trying to do it onto the circle, we need to be, yeah, that's where you need to be selected on the circle.
Okay.
But if you feel like it's your text that you got to cut out, then you have to raster it first.
Okay, got it.
Okay. My dancing ants won't go away on the bottom portion that I already deleted.
Okay, just go ahead up top here to select and then deselect.
Okay.
Okay. So this is getting there, guys. I'm interested to see what some of y'all's look like, you know.
Mine is so ugly at the top.
Quick question, Andy, once you use your pen tool, what do I click to make it remove that part?
Once you make your selection with the pen tool. So once you make your selection with the pen tool, you should have the blue selection now.
Yep.
And then you just right click anywhere outside, anywhere within your canvas.
Okay.
Then you go to make selection.
Yeah, that's in Photoshop, right? Because I'm in Affinity.
Yeah, you're in Affinity.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow along and I can't figure out how to get that part to cut out.
Yeah, mine's not cutting out at all.
And mine's is ugly.
Okay, so in Affinity, not sure.
I tried to cut.
This is the worst
area.
I'm gonna just use my eraser tool. Is that cheating? Is that cheating?
It's cheating because you already know. You already know what the eraser tool is gonna do. It's gonna erase. I'm trying to show you how to utilize the other tools.
I'm gonna have to work on this one.
Look, the pen tool has never been my friend. It has never been my friend.
It takes some work. It takes some work.
We need a whole class on the pen tool.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Not sure. I can't really see your name. So when you did you get the
trying?
Did you get the option to make selection though?
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's all right. I wasn't trying to stop class. I just didn't know if you knew off the top of your head what I could click to remove it.
I don't. I would have to be in the program to mess with it.
It's cool. I get it. Thanks
All
anyway.
right. Thank you. Okay. So now we have this nice looking logo here. Now it's just a matter of
wait.
people probably like, no, not nice looking. Talk for yourself. Mine's is not nice looking.
I still didn't get the
Exactly.
cutout or the pen tool.
You
Right.
didn't get what? You didn't get the
The cutout of the pen tool. I've been following along in Affinity too, but that's the only place I got lost. I got my circle finally. The pen
Okay,
tool to
I
work.
got it.
Okay, it seemed like, yeah, I can't really, if you're trying to do the cutout in Affinity, I'm not able to show you that off the top of my head how to get that
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Because the fact that I'm
I
not in
play
the program.
along.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
but if you want to cheat, you can just use the eraser tool.
Well, that's true. That's true. I could do that.
But don't
That
cheat.
sounds
Let's
good.
figure it out. Do not cheat. Let's figure it out.
No, but E, I'm in Photoshop and I'm still lost.
Hey, Ariel. Well, why you lost now? Why you lost? Where you lost at?
I clicked the pen tool, but then I don't know what I'm supposed to do after I click the pen tool.
You gotta draw. It's like, no, let's go ahead. So you grab your pen tool, right? And now I know yours is the D4. Okay.
Right.
And so that's funny. So how is your D overlapping? But I'm trying to, yeah. So what you want to do here with the pen tool, just click once. Okay.
Click
So
once where?
you can click inside. Like even if I did it out here and I come in here, it's still the same thing. I just started off on the inside because
Okay.
ideally what you're trying to do is just trying to put a selection, but then you want to shape that selection by just like moving, clicking and dragging, clicking and dragging. I could shape it like that. I could shape it like this. All I did, once I did my first click, my second click, I held it down. So my second click is held down, and then I'm just dragging my mouse down to get it to go upwards. And then if I drag my mouse
This
back up,
line is coming over by the, hold on, I don't think I'm doing it right.
What you're basically doing is putting the little line where it intersects the circle where you want it to be. And then whatever you select after you close it is going to delete that part.
Wait, no, some other lines came up. Let me hit Control Z to get rid of that.
I think my issue is that I'm probably sort of kind of overthinking it because I watched the video and it said you want to do as less clicks as possible. So I'm trying to perfect it that way. And yeah.
and the word that's
It just
getting you
worked
is
though.
perfect.
Are you right clicking E on the design or do you left click?
So my first click is all left. Yep, left click.
Okay.
Are you on the circle area?
I'm on my letter.
No, make sure you're on
Yeah,
the
to
circle.
do it, make sure you're on the circle because that's the one we rasterize. So make sure
Okay.
you highlight it on the circle there.
Hold on. Control Z. Control Z. Okay, I'm on the circle now.
Okay, so again, just with your pen tool selected, click out here, and then click out there. One more, hold that second click and drag down.
Okay, I think I know. Did you just say we only rasterize the circle?
Yeah,
I
we
think I
only
may have did the
rasterize the
whole group,
circle.
so this may be why I can't. Okay, all right, I'm gonna try that.
Okay, so the next thing, if it's okay, we're gonna add some. So right now we can say, okay, this is it. We're cool. This is our black and white option here. What's that?
Ugh. Yours is cute.
It's okay. The first time you're going, just go ahead, do that first one, put it up somewhere, and keep working on it. It's all about the movement and the placement of how you're gonna get your letter in and everything placed. That's how you're gonna perfect the cutout. So don't worry about it not being good as mine's. The years that I've had in this program is far more than y'all. So don't try to compare it that way. Just work on it and keep working on it. You know?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Even with doing this is not cute, and I'm gonna work on it. I promise.
I trust
But
you.
like with mine, I want like the best description is like a triangle, and then a connection up, like a upside W.
Go
Like,
ahead and get
well,
fancy, why don't you?
no,
I like
that's how
that idea.
my actual shirt is, and I always wonder how I could get that. You know, it's like a scribble across, like a Z with an extra line, something like that, but a little
I would have
stretch.
to be able to see it. The fact that I
Okay.
can't really see it, maybe you just send
Okay.
me a picture of it, and then we'll be able to do something
Okay.
with it. But yeah, I can't envision it right now. All right, so this is a good black and white logo copy here. So we want to take it one step further now and start adding some effects to it, adding some colors to it, and that type stuff. So what we can also do, so whatever mine's right here is NR, and to move it one step further, you want to tell people what the NR is so they're not asking questions. So you can go down here and just type in the business name, or for mine, it's just going to be, like I said, is Nita Rain. And then for you, just whatever yours is, you know. So I'm just going to take the text tool again, come down here, and it's huge. So I'm going to resize it one time, and I'm just going to type okay. So then we'll get something like that. And I'm just going to place it right down where it's in the middle somewhere like that.
That's real nice.
That is nice.
That's
Okay.
nice.
So it tells you exactly what the NR means, and then like that. So the next thing we want to do now, we want to bring in, remember we downloaded, everybody should have downloaded that metallic image here. So we're going to bring that metallic image in and start thinking about the color lay that you want on your two letters. So I'm going to go up here to File, Place Embedded, because you've already downloaded it. So I'm going to just drag mine and bring it right here. It was easy to find this time because I actually rehearsed that. I rehearsed finding it. So now I got my image. So now I got it. I got it here, right?
That's the same as me using the eraser tool.
Yeah, I know. Man. I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, man.
Because I always, every time I try to bring something in that I downloaded, I gotta spend time looking for it in there. I'm like, this. I told you, man, I'm trying to convert my life over to Apple over here. So we're all in the learning stage of this machine.
Hey.
And I don't have a clue where it's at. So.
Okay, so what I did, I just resized it, but I'm going to turn it off now. I just brought it in and resized it, but don't worry about that. We're going to turn it off because what we want to do here, I want to add some colors to my two letters first.
Can we bring any image down at this time? Because I can't find it either.
Yes, ma'am. You can bring anything in. If you got glitter, you can bring glitter. Like most people, in our world would love that glitter stuff. Y'all like the colors with the sublimation. You can bring anything in. I just wanted to add a little metallic to this one because my wife likes the shine. But yeah. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna come back to my logo here, my logo one group. Now I'm giving you permission now to expand that because we're gonna work on the letters individually. We're not going to move the letters. We're just going to add colors to these letters individually now. Okay, so I'm going to open up my box here. Just hit the arrow. So now you should be able to see your letters, depending on letters, numbers, whatever you got in the middle there. I'm going to highlight my R first. I'm going to click on my R because it's on the top. And now the next thing I'm going to do here is add a color overlay. I'm going to add a color overlay. This is where we're going to color it at. Actually,
are you saying something?
I want to.
I can't.
You can't what?
I can't.
You can't what? I know you ain't talking to me, but I know you ain't talking to me. But you need to put that thing on mute, bro.
Hey, I thought it was, man.
All right, so
what are we click? What did you say? Click on now to get that color box up there. Oh, I got it. I'm sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. So, the one thing that I want to do now, actually, I want to copy my black and white first. Because I told y'all that even though we copy the like whatever was here first. I no longer need this now because I know I'm cool, I'm secure, I have this thing. I'm gonna get rid of my 2 copies that I had because now I want to actually do a copy to the logo that's completed in black and white. I want to copy that. So I'm just gonna delete those 2 copies that I made before, and I'm going to take my text, my native rain text, I'm gonna drop it into the group that have my logos, my other individual logos. So I'm just gonna grab this, drag it, come down here and put it into this. Actually, I'm gonna expand the group first and drop it into this group. So now I should have 3 layers within my logo 1 text group. Okay, so whatever the main company name is down here, I drag that layer by itself into the logo 1 group, and we have that there. So if I turn logo 1 off, all of my text should go off my menu on my canvas. Okay, so now I want to make a copy to that. I'm gonna copy my circle. I'm gonna highlight my circle and my logo, and I'm gonna just right click and duplicate those because I want to have a black and white copy to show my client as always, and then I'm gonna turn them off. Okay, or I can actually move it out the way. I'm gonna Control T it and move it out the way there, resize it so you can really see what I'm doing here. So that's my black and white copy there. Okay, so now I got my black and white copy. I'm gonna just turn that off. I can actually go ahead and group it and call it black and white. I just like selecting both of them, Control G in it again, and rename this to Black BW logo. Okay, so that's my black and white copy there. And I can just go ahead and turn. Actually, I did that. Okay. Okay, there it is. All right. All right, so now let's go back over onto our layer, our logo 1 layer, and expand it so you're able to see all of the text now. That's when I'm going to click on my R because it's on the top, and then we're going to add an effect or an overlay. And to add the overlay here, I'm just going to, you can come down here to where it says FX, or you can just right click on the menu, go all the way up top to the very first option where it says blending options. Click on the blending options there 1 time for me. And we're going to choose color overlay. And this is only going to happen if I'm doing this right, and I know what I'm doing here. It only should happen to the R because that's the only layer that we selected. Everybody good? I'm gonna stop right here and make sure you are good. Don't worry about what color it is yet. We'll go 1 step further.
Go back again.
Okay. So the only thing I've done here, I expanded my logo 1.
Okay.
See, okay, so now I see all of my letters individually.
Yes, I'm on my C.
Okay, so now that you're on your C, right click on the layer itself, go all the way up top to the blending options.
Okay, that's the step I missed. Okay, I got you.
Okay. So while you're in blending options here, these are the different things that you can add, you can now do to enhance your logo, to enhance your text. So we're gonna go over, first thing, we wanna choose our color overlay. This is where you decide now what color is your branding, okay? What branding color do you have? So once you hit that, you put the check on there, it's automatically gonna give it that default color or the last color that was selected. But if you can now click the word, the words color overlay, if you click that, you get another box that opens up on the right here where you're able to choose the actual color that you want. So I'm just gonna click my color box here and choose the color that I want. And I know mine is going to be red. And Why did it not change? There it is. Why did it not change before? That was weird. Okay, so now I got my color, which is red. Something like that. I got that. You know me, for me, on my text, I like to add bevel to my text. So I'm just gonna add that, click on check that bevel. And all that does is just add it pops, add that 3D on that. Okay.
Sorry, where was the embevel at?
The bevel is on the same area here, just all the way up top. It's the first option on the
Oh, okay.
blending option.
Thank you.
Somebody else?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So it might be like totally off topic, but I'm gonna ask anyway. I hear an echo.
Yeah, that's because she got it on mute, or you got me hearing me. Okay.
Okay. So do you have a website, like a free website, like, you know, Brush Easy or Vex Easy, where we can like go to like a Gradient Easy or something like that?
Gradient Easy?
I totally made that up, but
No, I know, but you talking about something that has like gradients already made up?
yes, because
I
I had
don't.
a really difficult time, and I know there's some preset ones in Photoshop, but I
Yeah.
need like, if I want to go like make a cut like a word gold, I just need to go to that and make it gold. Like,
Yeah, gold is one of the hardest gradients to do in here.
okay, so it's not me.
Yeah, it's not you. Gold is tricky. It takes a few steps to do the gold gradient. And actually what I did, how I get my gold, there was like, I think I bought a template from some place. And that's how I copy my gold every time. When I want to make something gold, I'll bring in that document and then just like copy that gold off of there. Cause I know their gold at some point. I'm like, damn, this person gold at some point. And that's how I do it. Like, to be honest, it takes forever to redo gold.
And I've tried to look at the whatever the RGB, whatever those colors are, hex colors, to
Yeah.
see what the perfect color is. But when I did it, based upon what I found, it was not gold. It was like a brown. I'm like, that is totally off.
Right.
So back to my
Okay.
research, whatever. I just
Yeah.
wanted to ask, you know, in case you know of a website we can go to download some ingredients.
I don't know, but if I find out, you would know too.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. So that's what I'm gonna do to this first letter here. Okay, so I just hit OK on that. And you can look now underneath my R, it has the effects. I can literally go ahead and turn just the effects off. If I hit the eyeball off on the effects, it goes off and I can turn it back on. You know, so if I decide I don't want my effects, I can just turn it off and then back on. Okay.
Now, if you want to change the color, I'm clicking on that square box, this pink square box, and it's not changing.
So make sure what I did, let me go back to it. Because at first it didn't work for me as well. So just make sure, like, if you look into the box now, you'll see the circle. There's like a circle dot there. Do you see it?
No, I don't even have that box coming up.
Okay, so do you have this box then?
Okay, right click, blending options, right? I have that box.
All right, so now we checked color overlay. See, it says color overlay.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you check that and then click on color overlay.
Okay, I got that.
All right, now you should have this option here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go right next to normal, you can click on the actual color that you want.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so that's that. And then the next one, depending on what else, like if you want your red to be a different color, you can do that. Like right now, I actually need this to be gold, but I'm gonna have to play and see. I'm gonna go back to the end here. Okay, so I'm gonna come to my end. And what we can do here is do the same thing, or you can copy layer styles. So you can just right click on the R and do copy layer styles. So anything that's on that layer would get paste to the next layer that you want to put it on. So then I'm gonna come over to my end and I'm going to paste that onto my end. So now I'm gonna go to paste layer style. So now I got both that are red, but I know like the other color here, I want to put it in a different colors. So I'm gonna come over here to my layer style option that says color overlay. I'm gonna double click on the word color overlay. So I'm able to play with this color. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because this is supposed to be gold, and I'm not gonna pay too much mind to it until, yeah, I'm actually gonna cancel. I'm gonna just leave it red for now so we don't spend time playing with the colors here. Actually, I should have left it black. Should have just left it black. Okay, so now we got that. The next thing that I want to do, all right, see how my end popping through here? I don't want my end to come through there, so I need to mask out that end. And I'm going to come again and hover over my end layer. I'm going to select my end layer, and I'm going to come down here onto my masking. Right next to FX at the bottom, there is a square with a circle in there. I'm going to click it. And that now gives me the ability to mask out. That's my layer mask. All right. So in order to do my layer mask now, to take away, I need to select black. If you come over here over onto the left side now and see the foreground color and then the background color, want to make sure the top color is black. So all you can do is see the arrow right here. Just flick that arrow, and what that did is just like flip flop the colors there. The default colors are black and white. So the top should be black and the bottom should be white. And then in order to do this, we need to grab our brush tool. So then I'm gonna come over and find my brush. You wanna grab a hard brush. So once I select brush, I'm gonna go back on the top menu here. Where's my brushes? Why is it not showing me brushes? Oh, what is this? You sure you want to? I don't want to install no preset. Cancel that. I want my brushes. Where are my brushes? Wow. It's interesting. My brushes disappear. Oh, I'm tripping. Don't mind me. So I'm going to come over to my general tab because I got a bunch of extra brushes here. I just want to grab a hard brush. And we're going to make it bigger a little bit. Okay. And now make sure on your layers tab, make sure you're on your layers mask. That's like the square next to the T there. And then all I'm going to do is just take away that end, like the extra assets that was hanging over there, because I want it to look like it's hiding in the back of it. So now I get something like that. Okay. Good. Everybody good with that step? Okay. Seems like you're good. And I forgot to put the bevel on my end here. So I'm going to add a bevel to my end. Okay. All right. So I got that. And now what we're going to do now, the thing that we brought in, I want to bring it in on top of my letters. So I'm going to bring it right down on top of my layers here. I'm going to turn it back on. Make sure you expand it where it covers the letters. We can also do this on individual letters, or you can do it on both, anything that's in the group. I actually don't want it on I don't want it to cover the Nita Rain part. So I'm going to bring this on top of the R. And we're going to do this to just the R. Okay. So I hover on top of my R. Okay. And then what I want you to do now, click on the Alt or Option key. Like when you hover on top of both these the text, like if you hover between both layers here, just hover between both and then hold down the Alt key. and then click.
Hold on, E. How did you get to that?
How do we get right here?
Yes. How did you pull that up?
So this is something that we've already had. We had in the Google Drive. Did you download it earlier?
I did download it.
Okay, so what we did here, we went to File and Place
That's
Embedded.
right. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. I'll get it. Thank you.
Okay.
Hold on. Here it is. Okay.
Okay, so we'll place it where we want it. I'm gonna put it right on top of my R here. And once you do
Where
it,
did it go?
you mask what
Oh,
I
here
just
it is.
did. Good?
Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. So what I just did here, I masked mines onto the R. Right? Yeah, give me about 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So he masked what?
I'm at India, so lost.
I'm trying to find that part too. I don't know where I put this thing yet. Background, no. Oh, where did I put it?
The layer mask is right next to the FX tool if you're looking for the layer mask.
Gotcha.
Do we want it behind it though? His look like it disappeared.
What disappeared? I'm sorry.
The silver background.
Did he disable the layer? That's the only thing I'm thinking.
I think he took it off and he was showing us that it's gonna come in front of it and then show us how to get it back.
Okay.
All right, y'all, my bad. I'm back. It was 2 hours sitting here. But okay, I see y'all got some questions like, oh, where did it go? So the reason why you can't see it right now, because the layer, we need to change the layer style. Okay, so I'm gonna come back. We're gonna go back to our blending options. Right click again, blending options. Okay, it's on soft light. It should be on soft light.
I don't know what the hell.
1 second, let me see.
Are you on the are you clicked on the letter right now, or what are you clicked on?
Okay, I got it. Soft light.
Should be clicked on the layer there. And then
Okay.
it should be clicked on the letter.
Okay.
Do this one more time.
So you want it on the R. I want it on the C.
Hold on here, blending mode. Trying to see. Maybe it's the color that I chose. That's why I can't see it. Do y'all see y'all clip? For some reason I don't see my clip, even though I changed this. I'm gonna turn off the effects. Interesting.
Did you add a mask to the layer?
No. I feel like it got so loud. 1 second, let me play with this. Because it should have. Try this. Let me bring it up here and do that. See, it worked there.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna try this by rasterizing my text here and see what happened. Rasterize type. Bring this back down. For some reason that should have worked. And let's do that clipping again. Still not showing up.
Oh, I don't think I did a chicken mask.
It's interesting.
What are you trying to do, E?
Trying to see why I can't see my metallic. Metallic should be right through there as red. Should be a red metallic now.
Is the R rasterized?
It sure is. Yeah, for some reason that didn't work.
Probably have to relayer it somewhere.
Okay, let me try it down here. Let's see. Let's bring it down here and see what happens. I'm gonna drop it one more time. And let's put it down on top of the native ring. Okay, now let's clip it down here. And it worked down there. Interesting. Some reason my R is acting goofy. Now I'm gonna try it one more time. You guys see what I'm doing, right? Even though I'm not explaining it, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's working for y'all. What I'm doing, I'm just like putting that image on top of one of the layers, and I'm just doing a clipping mask to that. For some reason, the two text in the middle is not working.
Do you have that grouped with something, E?
Yeah.
Do you think because you added the effects to it?
It shouldn't be that. But let me see. I'm gonna put it outside the layer. Let's put it on top of the layer. Let's do that. And now I want to work outside the layers. Outside the group, it works. But then it's weird because
Yeah. It's probably because you have everything grouped. So it's thinking that it's trying to, what do you call it? It's trying to do everything, but you're only masking one letter and not the full group. So
yeah.
that's probably what
Exactly.
Photoshop is looking at.
Okay. I ain't gonna ungroup it though, so it's out of luck. All right. So that's basically, you can do that, but I don't like it. I want it to be individual.
Can't even get that far.
No?
So ungroup it and then group it back, E.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I actually like that two-tone there. It's just not sitting right. Let's take some steps back real quick. And I'm gonna ungroup this real quick. Ungroup this layer. I probably didn't even have to rasterize that, but all right, so let's try this one more time. So I have my layer, my image layer on top of my text, and you can just right click and do clipping mask, or if you hover in between both of them and hold down the option key and click, and nothing should happen, but something should happen. Okay, I'm gonna do it onto the next layer here, onto this letter. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. And then it worked there. Okay, so it's the fact that I rasterized that letter. The letter shouldn't be rasterized because I rasterized my N, but then I didn't rasterize I rasterized my R, and I didn't rasterize my N, and it worked for the N. So that's the issue there. Make sure your letter is not rasterized, and then you should be able to clip it right to that.
So do you change it back to a smart object?
Yeah.
And then create clipping mask on the layer or the letter?
I would.
Oh, hell.
Just
I done messed all the way up.
okay. Yeah, it's still like I just released it and it's still something with this R that's acting goofy. So I'm not gonna play around with this R too much. So whatever I'm trying to do here works with this N. So it's basically just take the image and place it on top of the N or on top of one of your letters, and then right click on there and create clipping mask. And you can see now it's clipped on there. And then with your clipping mask, you can actually move your clipping mask around. So now I'm gonna take this one step further here. Let me see if I change the color. If I add a color overlay to that letter now, and then change this to soft light. There it is. That's what I was trying to get here. Okay, so soft light is what's gonna make it like it penetrates through, make you able to see it. So your color mode here, even though it's on red there, but change the color mode from normal to soft light. So what soft light allows you to do is to see right through. And then you can even like change the color of your overlay now.
How'd you get to?
Oh, that's a gold.
color
Eh?
overlay?
Look at that.
That is some type gold. So the color code that I have here is F8A900. F8 900.
F8 900.
F8A 900.
F8 number 8A.
Yep.
Okay.
But make sure like it's on soft light, and then yeah, I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. Guess I know she's gonna want it in that color. But now this R here is nasty with that red. Okay, guys, like let's do some more things here. I want to do the same thing to this outer circle. Okay, so the outer circle is also gonna have that metallic there, and I'm gonna just place it one more time. Okay, and make sure it covers the entire shape, like something like that. Okay, and then we're gonna clip it again. All right.
Where was the soft thing at?
Soft light. So underneath the blending options,
Right.
let's go to it. Underneath my effects. So my blending option here, once I'm on, if you click on color overlay,
Okay.
you get this menu here where you can change the color.
Yes.
Right next to it, you see blend mode. Change the click in blend.
Yes.
Yeah, click in blend mode there and change the option to soft light.
My color completely changed though. Okay. Where'd you go in the color? Oh, wait a minute. Try that.
Yeah, you can try out different options too. Like this is vivid, this is like there's different options there. If you do overlay, you get something like that. If you do screen, you can try different blending options there. Multiple will give you that. Multiple actually looks more of a gold. Multiple with that blend of black, that looks super dope right there. Yeah, I don't know why my R is acting goofy. But the funny thing now, even though this R is acting goofy, remember we saved a copy of this logo. So if I wanted to really spend time and play with this thing, I could literally get rid of the R here that's acting silly and bring in that other R. That's why we saved a copy of it, and then we'll be good. So yeah. Now we can do a little bit more with just the need of rain. I could do the same thing with this need of rain down here. Just place that image one more time. See, I'm placing the image instead of just doing copy because I don't want to like mess with anything that's already going good. You know, we can drop the image in as many times as we want, and then just cover that area there and clip it one more time. You know, now we got that, something like that. That silver is nice, but it's this goofy ass red that's getting on my nerve. Yes. Okay. All right. So now we have our logo here. We're gonna just pretend like my logo is done. And I'm hoping I hope y'all guys are not having the same issues I'm having with this R acting silly. And you have your overlays in there. If you can bring in glitter and do the same thing, you can put a person's picture in your logo right now. It's the same concept of just doing a clipping mask to that. And this NR looks so clean, but my wife is so hard headed, she ain't gonna like it. And yeah, because she's been crying for a logo for her business cards, and I was like, oh, let me do a class on it and show folks. But yeah, now looking at it, like what I could have done better right now. See, like my cutout here, my cutout could have been a little closer. I feel like there's too much, like the gap between the top left of my end is a little too much. You know, on the top here, that could have been tighter. The bottom of the R here looks good, you know, and yeah. So now the next step is just saving this. You want to save the black and white. You want to save the black and white. You'll turn off all the other logos, all the other color ones. Anything that have the color here, you'll turn it off, and then bring in and turn the black and white on by itself and save that. But since we got this one here, I'm gonna go to File, Save As. First, I'm gonna save it as a PNG. Red line. So one thing. So to save this as a PNG right now, let's turn off our background layer. You see, once I turn off my background layer, it's a PNG because you can see the pixels in the back. So now I got a PNG image here. I'm just gonna go to File, Save As, save to my computer. You want to save a Photoshop file first, or you want to have a copy of the Photoshop file, and then the next thing here, you want to we'll have to export it. You want to export, file export. Whenever you're on CMYK, it's one thing to know. If you're on CMYK, you can't save as a PNG. You have to export as a PNG. So I'm gonna go to File, Export As, and then over here, whenever it does its thinking and stuff, I'm gonna just make sure I'm on PNG up here, and then just export it. And you still gotta find out where you wanna put it. For this one, I'm gonna put it onto the desktop for now, because for some reason, even though I preach this external drive thing, I always forget my external drive onto this computer. So now this thing is saved. It's the PNG file is saved. We can literally go ahead and open it. I can come over here and open it. File Finder, go to my desktop and find it right here. And this is our PNG logo.
Excuse me, E, on your export as, is it supposed to, on the color space, it says convert to sRGB or embed color profile? Which one of those is it supposed to be on?
Let me see. I think mine is checked to RGB.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's RGB.
And leave it on transparency checked. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep, and so you see I was able to open it without the background, and with that there, as long as it don't have the background, let me go back to that. You can put this on anything now, and it will not have that transparent, like it will have this transparency here. You can put this on your website, you can put this anywhere. Right now, this is going to be your logo. So start sublimating this thing, slapping it on stuff. Like, I'm interested to know what y'all's look like. So we got homework today. Go ahead, post it in the group, brag about it, let people know that you created your own logo, even though if it don't look good, okay? I still want to see it. No, seriously, because that's how you would get like the motivation to keep going. Folks are gonna tell you, or you're gonna express it and say, "Oh yeah, I did my first logo. It is not the best, but I did my own logo." You know, so like go ahead and post it. Get that confidence of posting your work, and let people encourage you underneath of it. Nobody's gonna tell you, "Oh, that stuff sucks." You know what I mean, because not in that group. But just go ahead, take the step, and post it, and get encouraged to keep growing on it, keep expanding on it. And if you have any questions, just like bring it into the Q&R on Thursday. Let's talk about it. And I'm gonna figure for people that was doing it in this affinity, I'm gonna figure out how to do the knockout in affinity like that, so we're not cheating with the eraser tool. And I'm not throwing no
All
shots at
right, there you go,
nobody.
being shady.
I
Yeah, for
know.
real. He is throwing shade, for real.
Did you think I was gone because I was
No, I
quiet?
knew you was
Right?
here. I just
He trying to slide it right in.
yeah. So
We need a mini class on clipping mask. That's the
yeah,
part that's stuck on.
you still stuck on
That's
the
the
clipping
whole
mask?
that's what I
I
was
got
gonna
all
say,
the
the
way to
clipping
this part,
mask.
and then I was like stuck.
Can you incorporate
Okay.
a whole class towards the pen tool? Because we're gonna need a whole class
Right.
for that.
Yeah, I think
Right.
the pen tool needs to do something with the pen tool,
Man.
and then we'll play more with the clipping mask. Clipping mask. Okay, we'll do something on Thursday on clipping mask. So Thursday Q&A, we'll do a little short section on clipping mask, and we'll bring in other images, and then we'll do a whole thing on clipping mask. Maybe we'll just like text graduation shirts or something, even though it's not graduation season. But clipping mask has done a lot with graduation shirts. That's how people put the pictures in the individual text.
Yep.
That's using clipping mask, you know. So yeah.